Okay, it's an interest, but I like to fish. I actually like fishing, which can... Well, for 2 weeks I'll spend, 16 hours a day out on the water, so you can possibly call that an obsession.
It's an interest. It really is. Like, my parents have had boats since I can remember. We've always had boats.
Yeah, I suppose it's a passion.
I'm a realist. It's an interest. I know it costs a lot of money. Been in and around boats since I was a kid.
I'd go in the middle with passion. Like, it's something, I belong to a fishing club, so we go fishing quite regularly.
Oh, it would be an interest, definite interest. We had a boat, we've had a couple of boats over the past number of years, and we've only just got rid of our last one probably less than 12 months ago.
A passion. I enjoy my boating, or mostly fishing, but boating's part of that. So.
It's bordering on obsession.
An interest.
It's a way of life, I think. It's what I do on the weekends. It's what I plan trips for each year. It's what the mates talk about. It's what we do.
Maybe a passion, I suppose. Not an obsession.
More on it as an interest. Being spurred on by my brother-in-law, who I'd consider hardcore.
Family's had boats since ever. My uncle owned a flat at Kirribilli, and his 45-footer sat out the front. When I was 7 or something, Dad dragged me down to the South Brisbane Yacht Squadron, and then when I went to school I was in the sailing club and rowing and Navy cadets, and now I'm the commanding officer of a Navy cadet unit, so if it moves on the water I want to know about it.
I've been brought up through boating, so my parents, everybody have always had a boat, so I haven't known life without a boat.
My brother-in-law, directly. Naturally, we both have young families that come together, so it's when you've got someone who's hardcore boaty, it's very infectious.
Probably my husband got me more started than anything, because he was an avid boat person.
Family was in boating, and ever since then, so come down here, old enough to buy my own boat, got a boat.
All of my life, my father was a big fisherman.
Grandparents lived up in the tropics, and whenever I visited them, they'd take me fishing. My grandfather would. So
30 years ago?
My father probably got me started.
My stepfather, when I would have been about 10.
My dad, he has built his own boats, so been involved with boats all my life.
Just quiet time away, really. Lead very busy lives, I think, so it's just the sort of time just to have a bit of a chat. I know that we've spent many a time on the boat, having a very responsible beer or two, of course. But yeah, no, fishing, if there's no result at the end of the day, if there is, bonus.
Well, a boat's just a tool for me to get me fishing. I like fishing, and having one, just whenever I have the chance I go. And being a shift worker, I do it midweek, so I'm not out with the crowds very often.
Just when you're out there, when you're out on the water, and either the action's really on for fishing wise, that's one part. That raises the adrenaline levels is one thing, but also just getting out with the family and throwing the pick out off Stratty and sitting there and everything's flat, and seeing the birds go by and all of that sort of stuff. Getting away from it is a big part of it too.
It just sort of, I guess, clears my head from the hustle and bustle of city life. It's a mental thing. I find it quite calming.
Oh, freedom. You could do what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it. That's the big thing.
I guess a lot of things, but mainly, I guess, the freedom to do what you want. Get out on the bay when there's a nice day, go down the river, do whatever.
Freedom. Get out, do what you like.
A little bit of freedom that you can get out on the bay, and it's relaxing and calming more than anything.
The name of my last boat summed it up as Sea Cure, in that it cured stress, and if you caught a fish, then that was a bonus. Whilst it was used for fishing, it was really family.
Just total release from everyday pressure, I suppose.
Oh, it's just relaxing. Just to get out. We always use it to go fishing, so it's just away from everywhere else.
A bit more freedom. So I suppose it gives you the escape from the 9 to 5, and also the freedom to get outside a bit more.